Call me insecure, baby. Call me crazy. Call me controlling. I don't care. I'm not having it. Hey babes, so welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shaylin, and in today's video I'm bringing you babes episode 2 of Talk It Out Tuesdays. If you guys are not familiar with Talk It Out Tuesdays, it's basically every Tuesday I will be uploading a video for you babes where I'm basically just sitting here talking it out. I'm talking about things that y'all want me to talk about, maybe things you want advice on, girl, hot topics, gossip, baby, whatever comes to mind, okay? But let's go ahead and get into these topics, baby, because I got a lot to say. Okay, babe, so I did want to say this. If you guys want to send in a topic, DMs is the best place to send it, okay? I do post something on my stories. If you follow me on Instagram, I do post and ask you guys for topics, or feel free to send them to my Instagram DMs, or you can comment them down below, girl. Whatever suits your fancy, girl. Just let me know whatever you want to talk about, baby, and we gonna get into it. Now, I will say this. A lot of the babes seem to have the same issues or the same questions, which is so interesting to me. And it was a woman making more money than her man. Ciao, 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 ciao. I feel like this is something that people have very strong opinions on, and I'm completely fine with that, right? I have a very strong opinion on this, and let me just put it out here, baby, let's cut to the chase. I'm the type of person, right, when it comes to me and my significant other, I don't care about how much money, who makes more, what's what, right? Because money is to me one of those things that can like come and go, right? You could have a partner one day, y'all married for 3 years, and then he lose his job or he lose everything, his company go under. Then what's this? Like, aren't you still gonna love him? Are you gonna still stick beside him? Or are you gonna be like, nah, I make more money than him now, so I'm gonna leave him? Like, so to me personally, I am not the type of person that cares if I make more money than my man or if my man makes more money than me. I don't feel less than if he makes more money than me, and I don't feel better if I make more money than him. I've never been the type of person that's been concerned with making more money. Of course, money is something that you should talk about, right? When you meet someone, you obviously want someone with ambition. You want someone with a job, girl, some source of income, right? Because at a certain age, right, you expect people to have somewhat of financial stability, right? Your girl's 27, get old out here, but you want someone typically at this age to have some sort of financial stability, right? Whether that be a job, whether that be a side hustle, girl. Even if you drive Uber Eats, DoorDash, at least you're doing something to make money, right? So to me, what it really comes down to is drive. I don't necessarily care about the money or the number. It just matters to me that you have the drive and the want to be better, do better, and work hard, if that makes sense. Because to me, you can marry someone who has money, baby. Some people are born into money. They don't have to work for money. They just have a family that happens to have a fortune, and girl, they ain't never worked for nothing in their life. That just would never work for me, right? So I'm the type of person that I just feel like money is something that can come and go. You can be broke one day, rich the next, and you could be rich one day and broke the next, baby. I don't side eye people because I feel like people are entitled to their own opinions, but I just be concerned for women that are like, I'm not dating a man that I make more money than. Because I'm just like, well, girl, that can easily change. Like, I know so many dynamics that change, right? There's certain times where the man is making more or the woman is making more, and those can easily change because there's things that we can't control, right? Like the whole pandemic, a lot of people lost their jobs. So girl, your man might have been making over 6 figures, but now he lost his job. So it's like, you might make more money than him now. So what does that mean for you then? So I'm 100% a person that does not need a man that makes more money than me. That is not something I look for when I was dating. You know, it was a long time ago when I was dating. But that was just not something I looked for, right? I was looking for other characteristics that could in turn lead to them becoming successful, right? So I don't necessarily care about what you have now. I more so care about your mindset, right? Because like I said, it can change like in the drop of a dime, right? Like, how many people do we know that we can think of? I can think of a ton of people off the top of my head that went from being broke and nobody to a millionaire, to a billionaire. Like, so I'm just very, very headstrong on this topic that it does not matter to me. And I urge the women, because I just don't feel right, girl. I feel like they're going to drag me. I urge the women who are very much so like, I'm not dating a man that makes less money than me. I urge them to think about the question of, what if that circumstance changes, right? he could lose his job, he could lose his inheritance, his company could go under. Then what? Are you gonna leave him? That tells me that you weren't really there for the right reasons in the first place, right? And I do understand that some women want a man to make certain money so that they're able to do certain things together and they don't want to feel like they're taking care of someone. But for me personally, when I think about a relationship, right, we help each other, right? So like if I could be lacking in one department and you bring something else to the table, right, you could pull me to that level, right? So I could be here making 100,000, right, and my man makes 20,000. With my mentality and my encouragement and my uplifting and him seeing what I'm doing, that could bring him to my 100,000 or over my 100,000. So I feel like to me what matters more is the mindset, the person, because at the end of the day, your financial situation can change. I mean, we see this all the time on social media, right? Like girls that you was maybe watching YouTube videos of before, they was driving like maybe a beat up hoopty girl. You know, maybe they had a little a car that ain't had no headlights, ain't had no roof, ain't had no hubcaps, okay? And now they're driving these nice luxury cars. Like their circumstances changed, right? And does that mean that just because you leveled up, you became better, that you should leave who you're with? No. I'm a firm believer in if I level up, we level up together, right? And I want to pull you up to my level, right? Now, I feel like this can be controversial because a lot of women be like, I ain't taking care of no man. I ain't taking care of no man. I ain't his mama. I get that. But me personally, I feel like there's a difference, right? There's a difference between a man who doesn't want to do anything, wants to live off of you, wants to be taken care of, and a man that maybe just needs a boost, right? Needs a push, needs some encouraging word, needs someone to uplift them, needs someone to encourage them and tell them like, hey, you can do this, you can obtain that. And I think it's very easy to see the difference, right? Like it's easy to see a man who literally just wants to live off of you and a man that maybe is not where he wants to be or where he's going to be yet, but he's on the way. So that's just my little spiel. There's nothing wrong in my opinion, okay, keyword in my opinion, that is wrong with a woman making more money than a man, okay? That's my perspective, that's my tea. I'm curious to know what y'all think about this. Like, please let me know in the comment section below. Girl, argue me down if you feel it, okay? Because I want to know. I want to hear people's perspectives. I hear people talk about this a lot, and I have kept my same opinion throughout. So y'all let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this topic. Oh my gosh, okay. So the next topic that I want to talk about is one that I am so passionate about. I was actually talking to my boyfriend about this yesterday, okay? And we were talking about, I basically told him how flat out people should not be asking, and it's always to me more of a question that gets directed towards women, where people love to ask you, oh, when are you getting married? Oh, when are you having kids? I just think that question is so inappropriate. So if you are a cousin, if you are a family member, if you are somebody who knows me, please take this video as me letting you know. Do not ask me that. It is so inappropriate to ask someone that, one, because you don't know someone's situation, right? Like, this doesn't apply to me personally, but I gave my boyfriend the example. I'm like, people can see that you're with someone, right? And then they'll be like, well, y'all have been dating for so long. Why aren't y'all married? And they could be an abusive relationship, right? So maybe I'm here because I'm scared to leave, but I want to leave. I don't want to be with this person, but you're asking me when am I going to get married? Like, girl, you don't know what someone is dealing with at home. You don't know someone's circumstances. So I feel like to ask them that question is so insensitive, inappropriate. It crosses so many boundaries. And from now on, like from this day on, if someone asks me that, I'm going to say mind your business, okay? Because literally, it's just uncalled for. I just think it's a topic that does not need to be asked. It's kind of like a woman, right? How you never ask a woman her age or you never ask a woman her weight. Like, let's keep that same energy for this question right here, because I just feel like we live in a world where women are pressured to get married and have kids. Like, that's all we do. Like, no, there's more to a woman than getting married and having kids. Why is there so much placed on this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when people are ready to get married, they will. There's some people out there who don't believe in marriage. There's some people out there who don't want to be married. And I just feel like you asking someone that question is a complete invasion of privacy, baby. So from now on, if y'all ask me, like I said, I'm saying none of your business, okay? I don't care who you are, what the situation is, how old you is. Don't ask me that. That is so rude and so inappropriate. And same with the question of when are you going to have kids. You don't know if someone is capable of having kids. Someone could want to have kids and physically cannot have kids, and you're asking them about something that they already feel a type of way about. Inappropriate. Like, I just don't understand this. I even have watched some YouTubers like that are in a relationship, and I'll go to their comment section to like leave a comment, and I'll see people asking them, when are y'all gonna get married? When are y'all gonna have kids? So mainly I notice it's people asking, they'll be like, when are you gonna get married when you're dating, right? And then as soon as you get married, it's when are you gonna have kids? Like, damn, can I enjoy the marriage first? Like, why is it every person y'all assume is in a union needs to have a baby? Not everybody wants kids, okay? Not being capable of having a kids is a situation, but what if I don't want them, right? There's plenty of people who don't want kids. They love being aunties, okay? They don't want children. And that is completely fine because it is your choice. Let's stop putting this unnecessary pressure on women to be married and have kids. I even think it's an issue for single women as well, like where they're constantly asked, oh, when are you gonna find a husband? When are you gonna find a man? When are you gonna da-da-da? Like, oh, you're getting kind of old. You better hurry up. Girl, what? I just be baffled. Like, sometimes I have to catch myself because when people say things like that to me, I be like, who are you talking to? Like, because I just feel like it's a complete invasion of privacy. It's inappropriate. Like I said, girl, please do not go around asking people that. If you are somebody who asks people that, girl, you need to check yourself, okay? Because that is not a nice question to ask. I understand some people don't mean it in a malicious way. Like, they genuinely see people married and they think they would be so cute with a family. But just understand that some people are going through things that you may not know about. And asking them those questions can be very hurtful, right? I just feel like it's a very sensitive topic. It's something that should not be asked. And it's asked so casually. Like, it's asked like it's not a big deal. Like, so if you are someone who asks that, girl, I'm judging you. You need to stop because you don't know someone's circumstances. You don't know someone's situation. Stop pressuring women to get married. Stop pressuring women to find a man. Stop pressuring women to have kids. This is the problem, right? Women are pressured into so many things. Like, why is there so much pressure on us, right? Why can't I just be happy? Like, why do I have to be in a relationship? Why do I have to have kids? Why do I have to be married? Why can't I just be living my best life on a yacht, making $300,000 a year, paying my own bills, got a car that's paid off, got a house that's paid off, got several businesses in my name? Why can't that classify me as doing well? Why does marriage and a kid always have to be a part of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely someone who wants to be married and definitely someone who wants to have a kid. But I just don't think there should be this pressure on women because not all women want that. Like, society has taught us that that's what women do. That's what women need to do to achieve, like, their womanhood. Let me know if y'all have experienced this before. Like, if you had relatives, friends, or just random people, girl, that you don't even really talk to come to you and be like, hey, when are you getting married? Hey, when are you having kids? And let me know how you feel about it. Like, is it something that bothers you? Is it something that you kind of brush off? To me, it's just irritating at this point. Like, mind your business. I'll mind mine. I'll get married. You'll know when I get married because you ain't even getting a wedding invitation at that point. Because if you keep asking me that, I don't even want you there, okay? Because then you're going to be asking me at the wedding, when you having a baby? I don't got time for it, okay? And yeah, girl, on to the next topic, okay? Because I feel like I keep repeating myself, but I hope the point is getting across to the people that it needs to get across to. Now, I'm thirsty, but this coffee is definitely watered down. And this next topic is another one that typically ruffles a lot of people's feathers. And I just want to say that before I give my opinion on this topic, I said what I said. I mean, that pretty much goes for everything because these are my opinions, right? So I could say how I feel, and you have the right to disagree with it, girl. I'm not saying you don't have the right to disagree with it, but I do want to get into this topic because it was a topic that was brought up, and it's opposite sex friendships. So basically what she was asking was, how do you feel about people of the opposite sex being friends? Like, right? I'm a firm believer that people of the opposite sex can be friends. It can be completely like platonic, right? Like, we're just friends, we're cool, I check on you, you check on me, I tell you my problems, you tell me your problems, I give you advice, you give me advice. I definitely think that is 100% possible. Now, me personally, when you step into a relationship, I think this dynamic should change, okay? I said what I said, okay? Now, I say that the dynamic should change because for me personally, once I step into a relationship, out of respect for me and my partner, I feel like once you step into a relationship personally, that you should cut back on those friendships, right? And that's just me personally. I know people can disagree. People all day can say that, I can be friends with someone and it not be sexual, or I can be friends with someone and it not, you know what I mean? And a lot of people like to make it like an insecurity if the other person doesn't want their partner to have friends of the opposite sex. And me personally, I don't see it as an insecurity. Me personally, I do it out of respect. Like every relationship that I've been in, even prior to the one that I'm in now, I've always cut back on my male friends once I step into a relationship. And what that means is we have an understanding that we don't need to talk all day, every day. You don't need to be calling me after a certain time, during a certain time. If I don't answer, that don't mean blow up my phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once I get into a relationship, my man kind of becomes my best friend, right? He's the person I'm going to with my problems, I'm venting to. And not to say that I don't need my other friends anymore, but it's just like out of respect for my partners. Personally, this is a personal choice I've made. None of my boyfriends have asked me, stop being friends with with men. No, I've never had that request. However, it's just something I do out of respect. Like, I just know me personally, I'm a very jealous person. Like, that's just me. I'm very territorial of what's mine. Girl, it's mine. I don't need you near it. I don't need you to touch it. I don't need you to talk to it. None of that, okay? So I'm very territorial in that sense. So I just kind of do what I expect in return, right? So I'm the type of person where I prefer my man not to have any female friends. Now, I say that loosely, right? Because, of course, I feel like my boyfriend, if you were to ask him, he would say, okay, I do have friends that are of the opposite sex, but however, they are probably someone I know, or they're someone who, like, isn't blowing up the phone. Like, I think friendships can get weird, right? There's like a very thin line with friendships, right? And I feel like when it comes to opposite sex, right, you have to be careful, because I feel like friendships, we experience this all the time where friendships turn into relationships, right? So I think that's why a lot of people don't like their partner being friends with the opposite sex, because we know from experience that friendships can turn into relationships. You can start off being friends with someone and then you realize, hey, I like this person, I want to see where it goes. And then boom, next thing you know, you're in a relationship. I think when people be like, oh, I can just be friends with someone. Yeah, you can, but there's still the possibility of that person starting to like you or you starting to like them and vice versa. That's just my opinion, my perspective. I know this is probably that's something that a lot of people are going to disagree with me on, but I'm okay with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's a difference between having a female friend that you talk to, check on every now and then, they check on you, how's the kids, how's that? They should be asking about me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how's Shaylin? You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing? Are y'all good? Like, da-da. Cool. But you don't need to be calling my man middle of the night. You don't need to be calling my man to vent about your man problems. You don't need to be calling my man to come fix your flat tire. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's a no for me. It's a no for me, okay? And I think it's a no for me because I've never liked any of my male friends, but I would say I've definitely been on the receiving end of being friends with someone and them eventually turning into liking me. And I feel like it's very possible, right? When you're there for someone, you're telling someone your business, you're opening up to them, they're opening up to you. It's very, very easy for that to turn into something more, right? So my opinion on it is, yes, I think opposite sex can be friends, but I feel like personally once you step into a relationship, that should cut back a little bit, right? Like even me as a female, right? Like if I am best friends with a guy, I'm not blowing up his phone. I'm not calling him all the time. I'm not texting him all the time because I know he has a girlfriend, and out of respect for her, I'm not going to do that. Now, does that mean you can't talk to anybody of the opposite sex? No, I think that's a bit controlling and a bit of a stretch, right? Because we're in the office. You're going to work with people of the opposite sex. You're going to come in contact with people of the opposite sex. But I do think it needs to be limited, okay? I've gotten this question before too. Are you okay with your boyfriend being cool and being friends with their ex or someone they dated? Hell no. Like, I don't even think why y'all would ask me that question because I feel like it should be obvious as to my personality, like that is just not flying over here, okay? I would never be friends with any of my exes, and I don't expect my significant other to be friends with their exes. I just feel like if it's an ex, let it go. Why do we need to still be friends? They don't need to know what you're doing. You don't need to know what they're doing. Why? Like, that has run its course. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. I just feel like it serves no purpose. Now, I know my cousin, Kayla, if you're watching this, we argue about this all the time because she firmly believes that you can be friends with your exes and still be in another relationship. I will argue her down, and we literally just agree to disagree, like that this is just something we're not going to agree on. And you know, it is what it is. And she gives me her arguments that are basically like, well, you just keep it at a friendship level. You set the boundaries and you leave it there. And she feels as though somebody that was in a relationship with her, she always will have a connection with, right? A relationship with, and want to know how they're doing and stuff like that, which I get. But like, no, I lied. I don't get it. Okay, because I'm not worried about none of my exes. I could care less what they doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me though. So I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section below. Like, would you be okay with your man still being friends with his ex? Me personally, it's a no. Absolutely not. Call me insecure, baby. Call me crazy. Call me controlling. I don't care. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. But that's just me. That's my opinion. That is my perspective. But that is all the topics that I have for this Talk It Out Tuesday, girl. I feel like we got into a lot of tea. I feel like we talked about a lot of things that y'all could possibly drag me over, and I'm here for it. I'm okay with that, right? Because at the end of the day, these are my opinions, and you are entitled to your own opinions. I'm not saying this is facts. I'm not saying this is the law. I'm saying this is Shaylynn's thoughts. This is what I think. This is how I feel. And I want to know what y'all think about it in the comment section below. So leave me your thoughts. Talk about it, girl. Come for me if you need to, respectfully, because I claps back, okay? But I hope you babes enjoyed this video. If you guys want to submit topics for Talk It Out Tuesday, like I said, my Instagram DMs are open. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. But I love you babes so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.